Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir, if you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage traveled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you think...
The port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right, and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
Where do you suppose your wife got the port key that brought us here?
A good question. Spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes. A powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center. Excellent! That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Your wand work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
Ah, up there. We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself! Reparo! Almost there!
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Hello?
It can't be.
Just a moment. Ooh. Here. Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely.
The key?
Hmm?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close.
After you. Keep your hands inside the cart, if you don't...
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number?
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12. Until today. Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw on the port key container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again. Floor.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue?
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Look out!
Protego!
Accio! Defendo! Levioso! Deposo! Exposo!
Stupid one.
Levioso! Deposo! Defendo! Defendo! Deposo! Exposo! Confringo! Levioso! Confringo! Levioso! Stay close!
Lumos. Professor! Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of
Why does
magic seem
Wingardium
to be leading me
Lasagna sound like
somewhere.
a fire spell though?
Revelio. Lumos.
might need to adjust my audio a little bit more. I have everything really low already.
Revelio. Lumos. That's where they're leading. A glow again. Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time. It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here.
Expecto Penetrato is insane. Unfortunately, Expecto Patronum isn't in the game.
Lumos.
We do have all of the war crimes, though.
Revelio. Lumos.
Unfortunately, later in the main game. Like, really late in the main game. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, bro thinks he's doing something with the mom jokes. Doesn't he know that's my thing? Honestly, my response: better hope I don't pull up with the killing curse. Will be the next Voldemort. Or Voldemort. I guess there's no harm in it then.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But
I will say though, I wish that the Avada
that
Kedavra
basin.
spell cooldown wasn't as large
That is
as
no
it
mere
is.
basin.
Even
That is
with
a pensive
using a focus potion, it's still
viewing
a
memories.
beefy cooldown. It's got a longer
I wonder-
cooldown than Crucio and Imperio, the other two unforgivable curses. But to be fair, it is an insta-kill move that you can only use on
Follow my
certain
lead.
enemies. but it's an insta-kill, so. Also, I plan to start in community posts, instead of putting just a time for when I plan to do something, I'm gonna put in parentheses probably, just because there's a very high chance that I won't actually upload something when I say I'll upload it. So I should start putting or when I get to it.
We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets,
but in parentheses,
knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles,
as I still have to, I haven't even like started on the Resident Evil video that I keep meaning to record and upload. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy for like what, four days now. When did I upload? Yeah, that was like 4 days ago.
That's what you're seeing.
So I've been playing the Hogwarts Legacy.
That surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Chronically for about four or 5 days now.
Magic.
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that
And it's really been that, and then occasionally I'll play maybe like 1 or 2 games with a friend. But I've been religiously on Hogwarts Legacy.
George died in pursuit of
I'll get so
knowledge
invested in it that I'll forget that I have to record something else.
And you, it seems,
I still need to upload the 4th part for Final Fantasy 15.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I know, I've put enough time into the game that I'm already almost at the Platinum trophy for the game.
My reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit.
All I really need to do is the last 32 side quests.
No need for that.
Clear out all the bandit camps, use certain things on certain enemies,
bygones be bygones,
and then do like 3 other playthroughs as the other houses.
Sir?
Well, technically I just have to find the map chamber as the other 3 houses.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have them.
I have no patience. Now, where were we?
I think I'm gonna be a Hufflepuff for this character, though. Like, I know it's a villain playthrough, but I'm gonna do Hufflepuff just because Hufflepuff is the only house that you get to visit Azkaban for the map chamber. So can't be a villain playthrough without going to Azkaban.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the Pensive, the Locket, and the Path to Both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
I also have a bunch of like various recordings and clips for Hogwarts Legacy that I've not yet edited or trimmed down or put together that I kind of plan to. They're just really like funny moments, I guess. The night beating the other night will never not be funny though. It always manages to get a chuckle out of me. But then again, my humor is probably like really dry. Also, I am clearly on PS4, as you can probably guess by how long it took my game to load. We are very much on PS4.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting
I
ceremony.
am unfortunately not a PS5
I'm
owner.
no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you.
I'll also probably only
sorting
be streaming
ceremony?
for about an hour or two. At most an hour. Or at least an hour, at most 2 hours. If anything, I'll just go and I'll play up until I beat the troll, and then
Phineas, Nigellus.
probably
Black.
call it there.
Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
My first playthrough, I actually... it actually put me in Hufflepuff, and I decided to just manually go Gryffindor. But this time, I'm actually wanting to be in Hufflepuff. Just because
Professor
I...
Weasley, we've one
on
more
this
to be
playthrough
sorted.
specifically... it's a villain playthrough, again I already said this, it's a villain playthrough, but there's no Chamber of Secrets with Slytherin, or anything else like that really, but I saw somewhere, if you're a Hufflepuff, the way you discover the English is amazing. The way you discover the map chamber is through Azkaban, and it's also the only time you really come across Dementors, apparently, as well, is if you are a Hufflepuff and you discover the map chamber. That's the way you end up doing it. Which seems like it should be more of a Slytherin thing than a Hufflepuff thing. But, you know, you would think Slytherin, villain playthrough. No, Hufflepuff. Because Azkaban. Can't be a villain playthrough without going to Azkaban.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well.
My only teacher is Sebastian.
You do not give up easily.
Without him, I wouldn't know how to commit war crimes.
You're undaunted by challenges that lie ahead, and your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival.
I mean, I wouldn't know how to properly attend my classes.
Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff.
Oh yeah, so with the WB thing, it just automatically puts you in whatever house you got. Yeah, well, I ended up getting Hufflepuff on the Wizarding World website too, so I got Hufflepuff 3 times in a row. Well, 2 times in a row. So maybe I'm a Hufflepuff at heart. Like, I'm just secretly a Hufflepuff, and I can't escape it. No matter what I try, I am a Hufflepuff.
Oh,
and that is all I will ever be, is a Hufflepuff.
Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been
Seems very out of place that I named my character Tom Riddle now.
Enough!
I was planning Slytherin, but then, like, you know, last minute I was like, you know what, Hufflepuff gets to go to Azkaban.
Don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a 5th year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance.
Oh yeah, we get to see the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate.
Oh wait, no, the Hufflepuff common room, the entrance to it is via the brewery.
Most unpleasant.
That's awesome.
You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the
and
second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Alright, I was gonna say something before I started dying. The day I'm probably gonna have the platinum on this game before this happens, but dude, the moment I upgrade to a PS5, this is one of the first games I'm playing, and also getting the PS5 platinum on. Because as far as I am aware, the PS5 upgrade, if you get the, if you buy a PS4 game, and you upgrade to a PS5, then the PS5 upgrade for a game is free. I still plan to fact check that, dude. The Hufflepuff common room, kinda nice, kinda nice.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Pretty homey, actually. It's like a botanical garden, but I'd like to be here.
That's good, isn't it? Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is.
That's Hedwig.
Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, we gotta make all the villain.
It is rather unusual. You must feel terribly
choices.
out of place. Of course,
My brain just died for a
presumably
second.
as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Arthur's got you.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I definitely might, like, figure out which common room I like the most after I do my next 2 playthroughs. I'm doing Gryffindor as my first playthrough.
Come on, you went that way.
It's a very feisty
Hope
cat.
they can catch him. Big castle for a
For this
student
one,
to
I'm
get
gonna do
lost in, let alone a
Hufflepuff.
cat. I'm sure you'll find your way.
And then I'll
right.
figure out what kind of
I mean, it
playthroughs I
can
want
be
to
a
do for
bit
my next 2.
overwhelming
Obviously, they're going to be
I still get lost
Slytherin and
sometimes.
Ravenclaw, but
Welcome
I'll
to
figure something
Hufflepuff,
out.
by the way. Really
I'll just be
glad to have
casual
you in our
playthroughs.
house. I'm
That
Arthur.
probably will likely
Nice
end
to
up
meet you.
being villain playthroughs.
Was that your cat?
No.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magic.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make...
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you.
I
Try
also,
not to
for
get
my
lost in the
first,
castle
my very
yourself.
first playthrough, I also ended up apparently getting the evil ending. Unintentionally. And I never intentionally made a choice that would be considered bad, at least that I thought was bad.
Oh,
I tried to avoid most of those choices,
You're the new
I just didn't
Hufflepuff,
like
yes?
the character.
I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical.
That's dreadful. Well, anyway.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them
Poppy!
outside the common room.
Oh, that's right, Poppy's a Hufflepuff.
Protego!
Yo, Poppy is, so, I have 2 favorite characters, by the way, in this game. Poppy and Sebastian. Those are my 2 favorite characters in the game. I've put 57 hours into the game so far, and I've actually put more time than that, actually. No, I've put about 57 hours into the game, And my two favorite characters
Good morning.
are
I trust you're
definitely
ready for your
Poppy
first day at Hogwarts?
I've been
and
dreaming of this
Sebastian.
day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it.
Sebastian,
You only have one
because
first day at Hogwarts.
it's actually a really interesting
Now, in
storyline.
light of your
Plus
unique
unforgivable
situation,
curses.
joining
Poppy,
us as a fifth
because
year,
Poppy's just a very
you'll need to
likable
catch up
character.
with your
Like
classmates
I
and
fuck
not
with Poppy.
fall behind.
Poppy's nice.
Especially as you'll be expected
Plus
to
Poppy gives me
complete
Highwing,
your
or Poppy
OWLs at
introduces
the
me
end
to
of the year.
Highwing.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes,
And centaurs
your
and other
ordinary
beasts.
level
So
exams. They will
Poppy,
determine what type of
literally just a
career you
walking
can have
W.
when you leave
Sebastian,
here. After much
a walking
discussion
teacher of
with
war
the
crimes.
headmaster
So.
and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary.
I don't know how I feel
to
about all the
ensure
other
your
characters in the
success.
game yet, still. Maybe I'll have an idea after this, you know,
Here you
Hufflepuff
are.
playthrough. Which, honestly, once I get to the map chamber on this save, I'll probably go back to my first character and finish cleaning up all the other stuff. And then I'll come back to this and I'll 100% it.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field
Fig is
guide.
cool.
It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Professor Garlic is alright, I guess.
Thank you, Professor.
Natty's definitely a
What do you
top
mean
3
it will keep
character.
track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have.
Yeah,
Walk
no,
with me
that's
and we shall put it to
those
the
are like the only characters I really like, I guess. Or that I you know, yeah. Poppy and Sebastian,
This way.
or Poppy and Sebastian, W characters. Natty, definitely, she's like
The guide will give you
my third favorite
opportunities to
character.
practice your magic
Fig is,
and educate yourself about
he's cool.
wizarding lore.
Professor Weasley walks like she owns the
I certainly
place.
would have appreciated something like a field guide.
And
when
then
I
I
was a
guess,
student. Using the guide will also train you to
no,
be
here's
alert
my
to
favorite.
your
Here's my favorite characters.
Do
My
keep
top
up.
5: Sebastian, Poppy, Highwing, Natty, and
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
the Deathly Hallows. The Deathly Hallows main story, where you fight death. That was awesome. That's my top 5. And no, it's not. It's honestly not as a case where I like forgot the characters, because I remember literally I remember 90% of the story. I remember all the major stuff. I remember a lot of the characters, but I didn't particularly care much for most of the characters. All of them were like really kind of decently fleshed out, but as far as just really amazing characters, Poppy and Sebastian. Just mainly those two. And Natty, of course, but like definitely Poppy and Sebastian.
Clever.
Like if you were to, if anyone
your
is just
eyes
randomly
open
like,
for
hey,
more
who's your favorite character
Inside
in
and outside
Hogwarts
the
Legacy? I'm just gonna fucking like speed run my answer. Just Poppy and Sebastian.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
Like
Your
that's a
field
question I
guide
would
contains a map of
100%
the
answer
castle.
with a
Open
lightning
it
speed.
up and find Central Hall.
Of course, there's like more characters that I don't hate, but no, Sebastian, Poppy just sound the most to me. I'm trying to fill in the the commentary with which is random shit. And I haven't done like all of the side quests yet. I've done enough of them, but some of them, a lot of them are really short and don't even consider or aren't really considered a quest. I mean, they are, but some of the quests don't really give you a quest complete thing. They'll count, but you won't get like the XP or anything. It's really weird. really weird indeed. There is no way I can fill in the load screen though. Not off the top of my head.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central
How
Hall.
long even was that load screen? I will definitely like check it out.
You can get almost
afterwards,
anywhere
I
in
suppose.
the castle quickly from Central Hall.
I mean, they're not horrible load times, but
Always
compared to
something
like
happening
a
here. It's
PS5
the
or
heart
an
of the
Xbox
hive,
Series
our King's
or
Cross
PC,
station, so to speak.
they're still
That
pretty
should be
long.
all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace...
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
Alright,
A lot
Charms,
to absorb on your
Defense Against
first
the
day,
Dark Arts,
and you have much to
Hogsmeade.
learn. Happily,
Can
your
I just
professors
straight
have
up go
agreed
to Hogsmeade,
create
or do I
additional
have to go to
assignments
both
for you outside
first?
of class. You'll be judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier. I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly... My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor.
I'm not a
but
snitch.
I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
I'm a villain,
Almost
not a monster.
precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those... And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
You know, I don't actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really like Professor Weasley. She's all right, but I don't like her. I don't hate her, but I don't like her. got the drip. For the moment, anyway.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Ah, the map. Yes. Accio Levioso. Levioso.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Alright. Other downside of being on PS4 is I have to actually wait for each individual cell to load. Some of them load sometimes they load really quickly, or almost immediately. Other times I have to like wait there at the door a second while it loads the cell. At least the collision for the cell, if anything. It's usually just the collision that I'm waiting for sometimes. Because obviously they won't let me but yeah, no, it's between the cell collision and just the cell itself. Because up in the headmaster's room, the stairs that lead up to the highest point, that door is actually just a blank until my PS4 can process it. So all I see is just the outside world of Hogwarts.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a
Did
little
someone just
larger.
clear their throat? I didn't notice that before. It's actually surprisingly immersive.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast?
Yeah,
This
deflected him
time,
back.
cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember.
Levioso!
Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only
Bros.
Levioso, basic cast,
Quaking
and
in his
Protego.
shoes.
You may begin.
That's simply the mere presence of me.
This should be
Levioso! This can't be your first duel. Let's just...
Don't all of my students for this again.
Ow.
Levioso!
I do enjoy lively duels. Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend yourself.
not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance.
And that man right there will be my main boy. And we're level 2, hell yeah. Now I have to go to Charms class.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin?
That's his
Welcome
name,
to Year
Professor
5
Ronan.
of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review.
Bro,
Everyone
imagine
get
we
into
had
pairs
like
and take
a,
positions
like,
on
that,
opposite
like all the
sides of the
spells
classroom.
used.
Now let's put those textbooks to use. As
Like,
the blunt
like
objects you
Obliviate,
so
for
believe
example.
they
We have
are,
Stupefy.
and take turns summoning them out of one another's
But Obliviate
hands.
would be
Only one book will be needed per
pretty useful, I
partnership,
feel like, in
Miss
some
Dale.
scenarios.
Thank you. Get into place now.
Or Expecto Patronum. If they were to implement Dementors outside of Azkaban. Accio. So, that being said...
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
But
very simply, cast Accio on what? Splendid! Stay focused. Now, think of this like gobstones. That's it! Very good. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some. Miss Onai, would you care to give... Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. There we go.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Let us see this.
Interesting.
That is how it's done.
We don't tie, do we? Yeah, we don't tie. Damn. I'm very tempted to like reload that. I do have an autosave. I do have an autosave. From literally just now, actually. So probably like a few moments ago. Let's see when this autosave was. I shan't lose to Onai.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red.
Nice.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
I wonder if her thing is also like RNG. Like, does she always... I know she doesn't always hit 50. I know that much. But I also did this the first time on normal. Oh, she messed up.
Yes!
30 points.
Accio.
Damn. That's no points. I don't want to go out this sorry. I know it's 2 rounds, but I don't want to go out this sorry. It's almost like Accio has a lot more pull than it did before.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Alright, let's,
Yes,
third time's the charm. There's a joke there because it's charms class.
Be sharp.
Okay, 50, interesting.
There we go.
Accio.
50.
That's it!
Here we go!
I'm gonna have to stop it at like yellow, like halfway through yellow. Alright, look, we can't both be getting 50s all across the board now. Oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to stop it way before yellow. With that kind of momentum, dude? Like, that kind of momentum is insane. Am I going to reload a 4th time? Absolutely. I'm currently a sore loser, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because what was that momentum compared to the last one? Does hard increase momentum with each one? That's interesting if it does. No, it might just be me, but like, there was more momentum on the second ball than the first one. Like, I'm going to have to, as soon as it touches yellow on the second ball, with that kind of momentum, as soon as it hits yellow, I'm going to have to let go of R2. The momentum builds immediately. For whatever reason. There's no buildup of momentum, there's just momentum. Which is not at all how it was on the first ball. So I gotta adapt to that momentum. That very interesting shift in momentum anyway.
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red.
Alright, Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Watch this.
It's gonna be blue. Yeah, okay, I'm learning her pattern as well.
Yes!
Accio.
Very
It's
good.
such a risky...
There we go.
I mean, we're 2 for 2 right
Here
now.
we go.
Oh, she made a mistake.
That is how it's done.
Are you sure about that? Let's get 150.
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
I still got 150. Her ball almost knocked. Dude, I would have been so mad.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Round 2. Oh, and there's the. Oh, I forgot about that.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I forgot round 2 introduces that.
Enough chatter.
It's been so
Focus
long.
now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. Phew.
Accio.
Alright.
Splendid.
Be sharp. There we go.
That's still 30-30. Interesting. Nutsai, are you chilling? You going easy on me? I mean, that's still 10 more points
Well
than me.
done.
But now I just need to get another 50 and go from there. Oh, you know, that's all. That's 30s across the board. Even if I get just 30, like, I'm chilling.
Accio.
But I got a 50. Oh, we're chilling. I'm simply better at the game.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Simply better.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you.
I just remembered.
Until next time.
I'm like pretty sure.
Of course, you can.
From what I remember about the other two relationship side quests.
You'd be using it on clothing, to be precise.
It just dawned on me.
You know it won't work.
I noticed when I first
a word, if
not
you
really
would.
completed Natty's side relationship, but at one of the quests later on. Oh yeah. There's a point where the player character has his hand on Natty's hand.
You wanted to
And that's
speak
like the
with me,
only
Professor?
time
I
we see
did.
our character interact with a woman in such a way.
Charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was
It is
expecting,
funny
sir.
because
What charm is there
I
in
still
the
like Poppy
expected?
more than I like
You did well,
Natty.
managing to best as gifted a
The
student
only
as
two
Miss
characters I
Onai.
really
Thank you,
genuinely
Professor.
like,
I enjoyed the match.
Miss
character-wise,
Onai is
is
always a fierce
Sebastian
competitor,
and Poppy.
though I sense that she is a
Poppy's
bit
just awesome
distracted of
and
late.
introduces Highway.
Now,
And then
Professor
Sebastian
Weasley has asked
teaches
that your
me war
professors
crimes.
give you instruction outside of the ordinary
Professor
curriculum.
9-inch Snake
Expect
is
to
crazy.
hear from me soon
His-
regarding a
his
special
name is
assignment
Professor
that I am
Ronan, though.
preparing for you.
Alright, now I get to go to Hogsmeade, I believe. Yeah, Hogsmeade, get my wand and shit.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
No. I'm not the new student. I'm him. And you will address me as such. Okay, I gotta track this next quest. Weasley at cross wands round 1, Weasley after class. Oh, hey, speaking of Sebastian, that's the guy who teaches me the unforgivable curses. It's a very nice experience, all things considered. I'm very curious. I'm level 2. I'll probably like level 3 or 4 by the time maybe like level 5 or 6 by the time I can actually go into the Forbidden Forest just on my own. I forget when I actually am able to freely go into the Forbidden Forest.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
But to be fair, in my defense,
excuse, Deke.
It's been close to like 70 hours since I first went into Also,
trust your
Deke
first classes
feels
went well?
way too
They
much like they
did,
were trying
Professor.
to represent
I
Dobby,
heard as
and
much from
Deke will
Professors
never be
Hackett and
Dobby.
Ronan. Seems
Deke is
Professor
Deke.
Fig taught you quite a bit.
Dobby is a free elf.
I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nope. I ain't
Nothing
a
more,
snitch. I'm a
Professor.
real homie.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact,
I'm
Professor
also
Ronan
really
will meet
looking
you
forward to
outside
getting
momentarily
something
to assign your
other
first one. Now,
in this owl
regarding
mask.
the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here.
I may honestly use the
including
pumpkin,
seeds,
but I have to
potion
do
recipes,
it. I
and
have to
spellcrafts.
complete
Thank you,
20
Professor.
dueling
And Mr.
feats
Ollivander
in
will
order
connect you with
to
the
get the pumpkin.
wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you
Collection-wise,
spending time with them.
it does suck that I'll never be able to fully 100% the collection, outside of course, what I need for the trophy. But, like, completely 100% collections. Just because there's some stuff that is pre-order, there's some stuff that's specifically for pre-ordering the deluxe edition on a new-gen console, and you can't really pre-order something that's been out for about a year now. So, there's the Onyx Hippogriff, and then there's a couple other things, like on the PS5, when you pre-order the deluxe edition, then with the Dark Arts pack,
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
which is how you get this outfit, but with the
Mr.
Dark
Sallow
Arts
is a
pack,
capable
there
young
will
wizard,
also be
and he knows
a
the area.
second
He'll keep
hat.
you well
I think it's
clear
only
of any
available
of
for
Victor
order. I don't know. I'm gonna have
Rookwood's
to fact check it,
undesirables en route.
but I'm 90%
A rather
sure.
unsavory local.
Or I'm
Best to
90%
avoid him and his
I'm
associates, including
90%
his right
positive
hand of sorts,
that it is
Theophilus
a
Harlow,
pre-order
if you can.
bonus for deluxe
Once
edition.
you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste.
Or it could just be a
The
PS5
sooner you complete your
new-gen
work,
thing, I mean.
the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
I might go with the hood off for a while. Let's go over to gear. Take the hood off. That and the mask. I don't know how to feel about, like, it's cool aesthetically, but it's also like, I don't know, it got old really fast. It's just dull. Dull and boring, I suppose. We'll just rock this. Report to Professor Ronan.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would. As Professor Weasley, a number of your I have arranged some...
I'll start on the top.
Professor Ronan's assignment.
This is the right area. Got it. flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Accurate! Brilliant.
Not a kind soul, anyway. I love how she's like... I love how they set her quest up, though, specifically. It's pretty funny. It's like, hey, it's like, hey, player,
I completed the
do
assignment,
this quest.
Professor.
Marvelous.
It's obvious this
you
should
clearly
be the
know
first
your
side
way
quest.
around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the... by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed
It's so
out.
weird. Oh man,
Reparo. Revelio.
Ah yes, welcome to Hogsmeade.
There's something in there.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavor to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
You know, this is the first time my stream delay has been more or less like a second. It's like a second of stream delay. A literal second of stream delay. Okay, well, of course, the moment I talk about it, it becomes 6 seconds
As
of
am I.
stream delay.
Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
Prance, Hoof, and Sugarfoot.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities.
Could not agree more.
You can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead.
The hell?
Have a chance to explore the castle.
A little? It's positively enormous.
It is that.
I did a roll
I've been there
and
5
my
years and barely
textures
scratched the surface.
reset
Roads to see,
themselves.
places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
I don't know, like, I did this, and I noticed the road. I didn't notice anything else, but I imagine they did. But, like, the road specifically went from, like, you know, detailed road to, like, PS1. Granted, I do play on PS4, so, you know, it's a very great looking game, considering
though I suppose most people don't actually
that
see
it has also been downgraded graphically for the PS4
unfortunately,
from its new-gen counterpart.
Firsthand too.
So, you know, I'm not exactly surprised that I'll have certain texture or cell loading issues. Granted, load times as well. But, that's actually the first time I've seen that happen. I've put a very decent amount of time into this game, and not once have I just seen my textures flicker. I've had, you know, instances where I, like, fly the broom or a hippogriff or something, you know, from point A to point B, and as I'm landing, you know, I'll have to wait for certain things to load in, and for, you know, like, certain textures, but,
Mr. Moon!
That's a first.
He's the Hogwarts caretaker.
Flicker,
worse for wear.
A flicker of textures. That one's definitely a new
You met
one.
our new 5th year?
For any game I played, really.
You might want to turn back.
I've had overlapping textures, but I've not had flickering textures.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly,
Accio!
One could bottle the magic.
Hold on, I see a collectible.
I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
Oh, there goes my bitrate.
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
It is also
Perfect.
very...
Can't wait to see what you do with the new one.
Weird whenever,
a short
you know,
list gives you
hood
plenty
physics.
of time to poke
Be
around the
hood
village.
physicking.
I just have to pop
Because
into a
the
shop to find
only
something for
part
my
of the
sister.
hood that the
Let's
wind
meet up in the
physics
town circle when we're finished.
applies to is
Remember,
that
it's
little
fun.
bit.
It's Hogsmeade.
It doesn't apply to the whole hood. At least not on PS4. It might on PS5 and Xbox, but on PS4 specifically, it doesn't apply to the entire hood. And sometimes it looks good. Other times it looks very, very weird. With this mask, it looks very, very weird. But the moment I get myself a nice hat or something, or I'm able to complete 20 dueling feats and get the pumpkin, I will either be wearing a hat or a pumpkin on my head. Probably the pumpkin. That's the most likely choice I'll make. It does really suck that the bitrate is very questionable, at least on my end, from what I can see. But it could be something to do with the storm.
For a new wand, yes. It's
That
about time.
is supposedly on its
about
way,
time.
or
Well, you're our new
probably
5th year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course
So I want to
you
hurry
are.
up and get this bit
Gertrude
over with,
Ollivander's the name.
or at least as much as I can.
You'll have heard of the
I want to get
Ollivanders,
past
I'm
the
sure.
troll, and then I'll just call it
Finest
there.
wand-makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect one, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing.
Just give me the Elder Wand and we'll call it well, English is hard when you're tired. And we'll call it a day.
Yes. I think you might be the one. Here. Take it.
I know I can only wield the Elder Wand in the Deathly Hallows main story quest, but it will.
Curious indeed.
We'll have to settle for the
How intriguing.
the knockoff Elder one. The ringed one. It's not made out of elderwood. Like we got here, we got the elderwood.
Curious indeed.
Or no, we can choose the wood. This is just the one type. Elderwood, Phoenix Feather, Unyielding 10 3/4 inches. We will change it to 14.
How intriguing. Curious indeed.
$13.5. And there you have a Elder Wand.
What do you think?
Very convincing.
Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that
I wonder if he
feel?
knows
Good?
I'm about to use this thing to cast the killing curse on multiple
A
people.
match. Your connection seemed particularly
Whenever I'm
powerful.
able to use it,
the right
the killing
wand
curse.
will
Anyway.
learn from you, just as you learn from it.
It's going to be a Avada
Of course.
Kedavra
And a Phoenix
killing
Feather
spree.
core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent match indeed. And
He
the
doesn't need
bond
to know
between
that, though.
you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Levioso, Accio, Lumos.
Alright, now I need to go to the magic neat tomes and scrolls and Pippin's potions. Probably should have went to tomes first since it was right there next to Ollivander's. Oh well, we're already here at Pippin's potions.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it. How may I help you today? You're the student she sent the... I set your things at... Is it not the most...
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as it's your first time in, I should mention, I also offer ready-made but for now... Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
And now the magic neat.
Accio!
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Ah, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you, then. Merlin's beard. Stop.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take. Name's Timothy Teasdale. I keep the car...
I suppose not.
In addition to seed. But what's it...
It really doesn't feel like I did all this that long ago.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest.
Like, it has obviously been quite a while since I've, like, done this bit of the story. But it really doesn't feel like... Maybe it's because it's only been, like, 4 days. But still.
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I take it you've had a conjuring.
I'm afraid I haven't.
Ah, but you... Of course it is not. Stay the course.
That certainly...
And I, too. Spellcrafts are incredible, but I shall let... A potting...
I believe so, sir.
If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian.
Can I not talk to Drip Guy yet?
Revelio.
Guess not.
I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
There is just so much wrong with Clippy.
So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Away from the buildings! Away from the village!
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it! We'll wear him down eventually. Levioso! Confringo! Levioso! What was that? A taste of his own medicine. Nicely done! Ringo! Accio! Levioso! Ringo! Ringo! Levioso! Look out! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Levioso! Levioso! Protego! Confringo!
That Bush is a good actor. Has to be.
Levioso! Accio! Ringo! Stupido! Levioso! Protego! Stupido! Confringo! That's right, you lumbering lout! Stupido! He's faltering! A few more hits should do the job! Stupido!
Bro, I'm stuck in the corner. Let me out. Not the place I want to be when I have a giant troll in my face. And on hard difficulty as well. It's also not exactly fun. I'm stuck in the corner again. Ow. Oh my god, dude, he just managed to stop putting his fucking junk in my face as I get close to walls. This is mad annoying. I've almost died twice to that shit. It doesn't help either that, like, my character constantly gets pushed back as he casts, does the basic cast. So, I mean, there's
Goodness. A second
but,
troll.
like,
Did you
like that comboed with a troll in my face,
by
not fun.
yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard.
We are, and we were glad.
I'd say help if you are.
Of course.
Singer.
Yeah, I think I would very much rather, like, if I do, because I want to have my hood up, but I also don't want to look stupid. And the least stupid thing I have
I'll go and see
is
what you want.
the owl mask. It does clip though, so there's also that. Oh well.
Reparo.
I will repair this and then call it a night. Also want to